Hi, I'm John with Dogwood Hills Cattle Company. We get asked a lot about a hay feeder we built a few years ago. People drive by and see it and stop and look at it, measure it, and want to know how, why. So we built it a couple of years ago based on an Eden Shale farm design. That's the University of Kentucky's cattle farm. It's their experimental farm. I'll put a link in the description on where we got the plans for it. We had to change it a little bit because we have horned cattle. But pretty much the same thing. We love it because we never have to get in the field to load hay. Tractors are never getting muddy. We're never disturbing the cows. It's just a great system all around. I'll drive over to the farm and I'll show you. All right, so I'm gonna walk over here to this cattle feeder. We're over here at our other farm. See, all the mamas are coming up. They're all ready to be fed today. So anyway, I'll walk up here to this feeder and I'll show what we do. We built this so we could put 6 4-foot by 6-foot round bales in here, and they just eat it right up to almost nothing. And then we'll put 5 round bales in and it'll sort of self-clean the feeder as we're going. So let me get this gate open and I'll kind of turn the camera around. So you can see here in the middle, all the hay's just that's as far as they can get their heads in. To reach probably 18 inches there. And then as we put new bales in, it all just gets pushed down here, and then there's a gate here at the end that opens up and we can clean it out at the end of the season, or if it gets a little piled up with some bad hay. You can see here that they've eaten all the way down to the concrete. So you might be able to see it a little bit better looking the other way. So I'll turn around here and you can kind of see it maybe a little bit better as we come up. They're still going to eat a lot of that. So once we push that down here to the end, this will all get pushed down and it kind of self-cleans itself as we push new hay in. We loaded 5 bales in here, and I usually, it holds 6 bales when it's completely clean, but I load 5 in because the stuff that gets pushed up becomes what would be the 6th bale, and they'll eat that. Quick little construction detail. We use these products called Saddled and Ready. They make a nice product. You slide them over 2 3/8. They also make them for 2 7/8, I believe. But we just slide them over, weld them in place, and they are strong. There's no cope cuts. Takes less than 5 minutes to weld one of these in place. Also, another note. On this side, we used sucker rod, but what we found was that the cattle, when you have horned cattle, they'll get on that sucker rod and they'll rip it out. So we ended up putting the top rail on here where the cattle's head goes through. We ended up making that out of 2 3/8 inch. It's just a lot stronger. We haven't had any of that rip out. But again, there's that Saddled and Ready product that we like so much. I think another important thing to note here is you don't see it in talking about the bale feeder, but just as important is around this bale feeder, we went out about 6 or 8 feet, excavated down about 4 or 5 inches, put geotextile fabric down, and then put crusher run or CA6 all around it. So even in the wettest parts of the year, these cattle are never standing more than hoof deep in mud. So it's really good for the cattle. Well, I hope that helps some folks out. We had a bunch of people come by and look at that feeder and ask us a bunch of questions about it. We got the idea from the University of Kentucky, their Eden Shale farm. Go check them out. They did a great job with the research project, showing what worked, what didn't, had several different design options, showed it with concrete, without concrete, on gravel, with geotextile fabric, a bunch of different options. And we took some that we thought worked for us in our situation and applied it. And so anyway, hope this helped. Have a great day. God bless.